YouTube. How we doing, family? It's your boy, yo, and this is another episode of the Ballpark Show. I go through every MLB game every day and try and narrow it down to the plays that I personally see the most value in. Today's Tuesday, August 26th. I have 3 games and 4 props at the end, so stick around. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite game in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's recap. Recapping yesterday, I dropped both of my highlighted plays. Overall, it was a better day than Sunday. We went 2-2 for plus money, but of course, both losses were highlighted. First, we took the Philadelphia Phillies on the run line in New York against the New York Mets. It looked good for a few innings. Phillies led 3-0 going into the 4th. The Mets proceeded to score 13 runs in the final 4 innings. I know Phillies' bullpen's been shaky, but damn, final score was 13-3 Mets. Next, we took the San Diego Padres on the money line in Seattle against the Seattle Mariners. Similar situation, Padres led 4-1 going into the 2nd, but the Mariners' offense responded in a big way. 3 hits and 4 RBIs from Polanco, you're losing that game every time. Final score was 9-6 Mariners. Sheesh, that was a tough stretch. 2 days, 4 highlighted plays dropped. 17 and 19 in August. I'm going to get us back in that win column by the end of the month. Promise. This is a minor setback for a major comeback. Without further ado, let me get straight into it. In our first matchup, we have the Minnesota Twins in Toronto taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays are minus 160 on the money line, and the total is 8.5 runs. On the mound, we have Bailey Ober going for Minnesota, and we have Chris Bassett going for Toronto. I would say both of these guys are having very run-of-the-mill seasons compared to what we're used to. Both have career-high ERAs. Some of that's luck, but some of it's giving up a lot of hard contact. Ober does a better job of limiting barrels, but the Blue Jays are obviously the hotter lineup, so they'll be able to get to him for a few runs. In my head, these are 2 solid bullpens, but that's just what we're used to seeing. When I look at the current numbers, the Blue Jays rank 17th and the Twins rank 22nd. I think we see an offensive battle, and we're at something like 4-4 by the 6th inning. We're taking the Twins and Blue Jays over 8.5 runs as our first selection. Let's move. In our next matchup, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks in Milwaukee taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers are minus 158 on the money line, and the total is 8 runs. On the mound, we have Brandon Pfaadt going for Arizona. We have Jacob Misiorowski going for Milwaukee. Misiorowski has the better numbers, both current and expected, but sometimes in this betting game, you gotta buy low. Take the run the Brewers have been on, for example. In the first 10 games, we were getting minus 120 on the money line, cashing. 10 wins in, we're getting minus 160 in the same spot because everyone wants to ride the wave. I promise the Brewers are not going 25-5 from this point to the end of the regular season. They're going to drop some games, but now they're being priced like they can't lose. End of the day, Misiorowski's a rookie with a 4.2 ERA. Pfaadt hasn't been his sharpest in 2025, but he definitely has the experience and great career numbers against the current Brewers lineup. Man for man, I think the Diamondbacks have the more trustworthy bats. The Brewers do play a cohesive team game, but you can't expect those timely hits every night. Personally, I'm buying low with the D-backs. We're taking the Diamondbacks on the money line. You can find it for plus 132 odds as our first highlighted selection. Let's move. In our last and final matchup, we have the San Diego Padres in Seattle taking on the Seattle Mariners. Padres are minus 114 on the money line, and the total is 8 runs. On the mound, we have Dylan Cease going for SD, and we have Luis Castillo going for Seattle. Obviously, Castillo has the better current numbers, but I have faith in Cease's game moving forward. 3.5 expected ERA, he gets a ton of strikeouts. All he has to do is limit the walk. Looking at Castillo's advanced metrics, he's lucky to have a sub-4 ERA. Not many strikeouts, low velocity, and no movement on his pitches. He has a 4.3 expected ERA. I think the Padres get to him. They have the hotter lineup and the best bullpen in the league. We're getting it back in blood tonight. Sears sold us last night. Cease got us. Don't even trip. This close to the playoffs, I don't think the Padres are dropping 2 in a row to the Mariners. We're taking the Padres on the money line as our second highlighted selection. All right, guys, let me get into these props. We've been on a decent plus money run, so let's keep that momentum rolling. First, we're taking Ronald Acuna of the Atlanta Braves to get 1 run or RBI. Obviously, he's been in and out of the lineup, but in a full season, this guy's leading the league in runs. Great eye, hits for contact, and he has a 1.05 OPS against Sandy over 32 at-bats. Next, we're taking Kyle Schwarber of the Philadelphia Phillies to get 2 or more bases. Top 5 in hard contact and a 1.2 OPS against Manaea. Next, we're taking Ketel Marte of the Arizona Diamondbacks to get 2 or more bases. This guy respects coin, simple as that. He's got a .92 OPS on the season. Mizorowski's in trouble. For our final selection, we're taking Christian Walker of the Houston Astros to get 1 run or RBI. He's their 4th batter, so it always sets up for an RBI, ton of hard contact, and I love the matchup against Tanner Gordon. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. 17 and 19 on all highlighted plays in August. Stay tuned because I'll get us right by the end of the month. I appreciate the support so much. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, yo! And until the next one, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.